ahead, Jeff.
How has the team come together since the last time we talked to you? Since early in the.
What do you mean?
How is the team coming together?
I think the team's coming together fine. I mean, every day we're in practice. I think we're getting closer every day. We practice together, and the competition level is high. So I think we're coming together, as a normal team should.
Jeff was telling us that your confidence is much higher this year, especially over the last 2-3 weeks.
Yes,
What's been different for you to get your confidence there?
Just trusting my work.
Mo, in the time that you've gotten to Pitt, I mean, I was curious what the biggest areas of focus have been for you. Like, how have you been allowed, I guess, to play differently than you had previously at Stony Brook, and what sort of role have the coaches taught you about playing?
I mean, overall, I've just been kind of focusing on just completing my game, I mean, I feel like I've always been capable of doing a lot of things on the floor, on the defensive end and on the offensive end. So, being here, they just kept pushing me, they kept telling me, like, be confident, like he said, it's just been work, just trusting in my work, and, that's really it.
I think one of the biggest things that I noticed was, I think last year at Stony Brook, I saw you averaged like 1.4 3-point attempts per game. Obviously, tonight you had 4, and you looked good doing it. How much have you been working on that, and how much is that a part of your game that just hasn't been as evident in previous seasons?
I mean, it's a big part of my game, because I have a lot of those opportunities on the floor, when I feel like my reputation is known to be like a slasher, so I have to make defenders play honest defense by knocking down threes, and that way if they hard close out, then I have to be able to slash. But, it's just part of just completing my game, I feel like that's an area that I really focus on since getting here, and, my confidence has gone up.
Well, what's it like to be on the court with John at the same time? What advantage does that give you to have him, or defenses have to worry about him down low, or offenses either way?
I mean, it sets up what he just talked about, open threes, because my defender is sinking down, all of us really, because John is such a threat down there, if he don't score it, it's a foul, so teams know he's a threat down there. He's looking to always pass it to open guys, so it just frees up all of us on the perimeter,
What do you two think was the difference for you on those final 12 minutes of this period when you really pulled away? They cut to 8. What seemed to change for you guys? What did you do differently that kind of created that deficit?
I think our energy level spiked. We noticed that the first 4 minutes of the game, our energy was high and our talk was high, and our defense. I think our defense is what allowed us to separate from Gannon, because there was a brief time period where they came down hitting threes, and we weren't getting a lot of stops. We weren't talking. Nobody was, we just kind of zoned out, locked out. So, we made it a plan. Now when we come out second half, we're gonna lock back in and play defense. That's what helped us.
Jeff was telling us how Femi's part of the energy boost for you guys at times. What do you guys see out of Femi as both a player on the court but also a leader? He said he's also a funny guy. What kind of stuff does he makes him a likable guy for you?
It's impressive because it's only a sophomore, and technically this would be his first year since last year was COVID. But I could see him being a team captain, if I'm being honest. He's really vocal. He is a funny guy that jokes at the team that just makes everybody laugh, but he really looks out for everybody, makes sure everyone's morale is high. He's looking out for everybody, so he's stepped up. I mean, I wasn't here last year, so I don't know how it was, but in terms of being a leader, he's one of our biggest leaders.
Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, like you said, he's a sophomore, so technically this will be his first year, and he's shouldering a lot of responsibility. The coaches are looking to him to be a leader, to talk, to be that kind of guy that pulls the team together, and he's handling it very well. I think joking probably one of his, coping mechanisms for the lot of responsibility he has, but nah, he's definitely coming along.
Is he more like a prankster or just says funny comments?
Yeah, he could be whatever.
Yeah.
He could be whatever. Yeah, whatever he wakes up feeling and whatever he thinks, he could be anything there.
Any press conference appropriate jokes? No concern.
No, definitely. Yeah. But
he's just really it's stuff you wouldn't really think of. He's just so in the moment. He's just so it's just funny.
Yeah. I think before the game, everybody was so nervous and kind of tensed up, and he just he just knows how to
ease everybody.
Yeah, he knows what to say. get everybody laughing and get everybody loose.
If your coach Capel was talking about how he trusts you a lot, there's a lot of confidence in your shot. How does that help your mindset as you're playing the game, getting in the flow of the game, be able to take shots and not know the coach has your back?
Yeah, I guess it frees my mind out of some bondage, especially when I go out there and if I miss a couple, you know, I know that he's not gonna pull the leash on me. You know what I'm saying? I think the best defense isn't defense played by the other team. The best defense is when your coach plays defense on you. So you know the fact that he's instilling me with a lot of trust to shoot the ball, and I know I can shoot the ball at a very high clip. You know, it just kind of adds to my confidence. You know, it's fueled my confidence.
Sorry, Gary.
Ithiel, how do you view the value of having this game tonight, playing in a week, just to have that opportunity to get out with all the new guys in a game setting?
I value it. I mean, just to be in a game setting, you know, I think is a blessing, you know, for every one of us. And you know, we cherish these moments to play every day. You know, so we're just gonna continue to build on from here. You know, like the real work starts now. We got the Citadel on the 9th, a good basketball team. So we're gonna, you know, get our minds back locked in and geared up and ready to beat them.
Ithiel, you're one of the guys that come over from last year. You're a sharpshooter for the team. You're talking about all the things you got to focus on yourself to be more confident. How do you take those lessons that you're working on for yourself and then try to help some of the younger guys like William Jefferson, guys that are trying to find their shot who haven't had the chance that you had?
Yeah, I mean, I can take most of the lessons that I learned and, you know, help them because I see them kind of like they're young guys, you know. So what they're dealing with, I went through when I was, you know, their year and their age. So like whatever the situation, I can't off the top of my head tell you exactly what lessons I can teach them. But when the situation arises, I know exactly what I can say to them to help them, you know, to get their mind out of that because I've been through it before.
All right, any other questions, those two guys?
Guys, how much more comfort and familiarity, I mean, this team with a lot of new players, Mo being one of them, how much more comfort and familiarity is there between guys than there was, like, for the first official practice back in late September?
It's like night and day, really. You know, it's like I mean, first everyone's still trying to feel each other out. Everyone's trying to figure themselves out, really. You know, figure out what their games are. Trying to find their places on the floor, what works for them, what doesn't work for them, what works for the team, what doesn't work for the team. You know, and it's like, you know, still got a ways to go to be where we want to be. You know, but I feel like we've been stacking days and working hard, and it's just been starting to click. You know, so I feel like it's gonna be like that throughout the season. And then, but it's only gonna go up, you know.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.